Hello. Hello and good evening. I warmly welcome our audience here live in Dusseldorf and our viewers on the screen to the grand final, the finish of this year's Startup Germany tour. Yeah, I'm so excited that it's already taking place now and that all of you are part of it. My name is Dominik Stute. I'm responsible for the field of innovation, industry, and international networks at the Chamber of Industry and Commerce in Dortmund. I'm one of the main organizers of the Startup Germany tour, and I will guide you through this evening. An evening full of highlights. You will see later on stage 15 startups from 15 different countries that will compete against each other on this stage. These startups have previously competed in our international startup contest, a global competition where they have prevailed against startups from 36 different countries to be allowed to stand here. This alone, is a great success. Congratulations for the startups for that. And in addition to the pitch, you will later see our partners, the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Innovation, Digitalization, and Energy of the State of North Rhine-Westphalia, NRW Global Business, and Germany Trade and Invest with its Digital Hub initiative, powered by the Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy, in an exciting talk about how to be successful in NRW. Our grand final today is at the same time the finish of this year's Startup Germany tour, with which we have digitally shown 82 startups from 36 different countries, the advantages of our location NRW since Sunday, and brought them together with our exciting companies. And to make it even more special, we are celebrating the 5th anniversary of the Startup Germany tour this year. In total, we have already welcomed 350 startups from more than 45 different countries in the last 5 years, and had the pleasure of connecting them with more than 100 different companies and multipliers from NRW. And to be honest, when I speak out these numbers, this really makes me proud. The Startup Germany tour and the grand final today is a success story of many different organizations. The partners that I've already mentioned, our chambers abroad with our umbrella organization, the DAHK, who attracted the startups with their international networks, and of course we, the Chambers of Industry and Commerce in North Rhine-Westphalia, who are hosts and organizers of the whole event with the special commitment of the chambers of the Ruhr area, Dusseldorf and Cologne. Now we would like to start with the highest representative of the Chambers of Industry and Commerce of North Rhine-Westphalia, Mr. Ralf Stoffels. Mr. Stoffels is president of the Chambers in NRW. Welcome, and the stage is yours.
Curious situation. Dear guests from all over the world, here, live, at site, and digitally behind the screens. I think you, behind the screens, should be happy not to be here. We have bad weather, 5 degrees Celsius, it's raining cats and dogs, and the traffic situation is not very polite. On behalf of the IHK NRW and therefore on behalf of the 16 Chambers of Industry and Commerce in North Rhine-Westphalia, I would like to welcome you to the grand final, the closing event of the Startup Germany tour. I'm happy to be here, and if I see your faces, I think you also are happy to be here today. And I represent the old economy. I guess when I look into the audience, I'm the only one wearing a tie. The tour is supported by many partners, and therefore very big thanks and a warm welcome to Dr. Johannes Felling, Deputy Head of Department, Startups and Digital Impulse Financing from the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Innovation, Digitalization and Energy of the State of North Rhine-Westphalia. This is typically for Germany. All the ministries have such long names, I have to read them. Felix Neugaard, the CEO from NRW, North Rhine-Westphalia, Global Business, welcome. And Dr. Kim Zietlow. There he is, Director, Trend and Innovation Scouting from Germany, Trade and Invest, the business agency of the Federal German Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy. And this year's tour, we heard it, is a special one. It's the 5th, and despite all of the problems caused by the pandemic, we managed to get some dedicated entrepreneurs from all over the world to be here on site live today and present their companies in front of a top-class jury in the first row. Welcome. And in addition, we also welcome online a global audience consisting of startups, companies and investors from 35 different countries. We are happy to have you all here with us. The Startup Germany tour is really a great successful story, the 5th anniversary, and with the previous tours, we just heard it, more than 350 companies joined the tour, and it's not, I just discussed it with Mr. Erich, it will not be the end. Several tours will follow. And we, with the industry, chambers of commerce and industry, we will keep on following these tours and to make collaborations with you, your companies, and with old economy and new economy. That is our aim. The 16 chambers of industry and commerce in North Rhine-Westphalia are the voice of more than 1,100,000 companies in the industrial and in the commercial industry, the economy. We are the voice of the large multinationals, especially here in the big cities like Dusseldorf and Cologne, but we are also the voice of the worldwide known, the German Mittelstand. This is what I'm representing, the medium-sized companies who are world market leaders. We have more than 300 in North Rhine-Westphalia, more than 150 in my chamber in the South Westphalian area. And we are as well the voice of the many small companies, maybe the champions of tomorrow. As the chambers of industry and commerce, we help all these companies to position themselves successfully in the market for the future, and we support them with services, with advice, and a national and international network. The digital transformation of the economy is, of course, one of the greatest challenges. A globally connected world, shorter cycles of innovation, and new business models are changing the industry entirely. But North Rhine-Westphalian companies, they are well prepared for these challenges. First, our companies are highly innovative, and we are on the forefront of the technical movement. And second, we are open to collaborations to expand their knowledge and to develop new products and processes. And especially for these new products and processes from the old economy, we need the digitalization, we need the startups, we need your knowledge from the new companies. And this is where you came into the play. The interest of the numerous companies of the old economy is very, very great. They want to know what digitalization will mean for their business and what will it bring for the future. And the startups from the 35 different companies, they will help us to bring old and new economy together. Ladies and gentlemen, such a tour is not organized by itself, of course. So there are a few more people I like to say thank you. The project lead is under the Chamber of Industry and Commerce in Dortmund, and as well Dusseldorf and Cologne, we heard it, are the organizers and the host of this tour on behalf of all the 16 chambers of commerce in North Rhine-Westphalia. And moreover, our sister network, the HAKs, the abroad chambers, are our network all over the world under the umbrella of the DIHK, DIHK, where I'm vice president to represent Germany, the German economy all over the world. We all work together intensively to identify highly innovative and new companies, the startups, to bring together the different business models, the old ones and the new ones. So again, a special thank you to all the partners of the Start.up Germany tour. You will know them in the talk How to be Successful in Germany later today. And now I finally can't wait to start up the tour and the pitch today. I wish you all the luck for the pitch and all the success for your future. Thank you very much that you came here today, and all my best wishes for you, for the jury to find out the best company today. I'm very excited. I see some excited faces. Good luck. It will be a great day today. Thank you.
Many thanks, Mr. Stoffels. And it's such an exciting event where the ministry is also involved. Some greetings from our Minister of Economic Affairs, Innovation, Digitalization and Energy, Professor Dr. Andreas Pinkwart is also a must. Unfortunately, Mr. Pinkwart cannot be here today, but for sure he did not miss the opportunity to send us a video message. So please start the film.
Dear startups from around the world, a warm welcome to North Rhine-Westphalia and to today's final of our Startup Germany Tour 2021. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you today in Dusseldorf to meet you in person. Nevertheless, I would like to greet all of you virtually and thank you for participating in our tour. This tour is a great chance to get to know our region. The state of North Rhine-Westphalia is located in the heart of Europe and has a lot to offer for international startups. Population-wise and economically, we are the #1 state in Germany. Our state holds an enormous market potential of nearly 18 million people inhabitants. Our 68 higher educational institutions and more than 50 research institutes spur the potential for innovations, research, collaboration, and new business ideas. We offer a supportive entrepreneurial ecosystem with numerous stakeholders who coach emerging startups, such as our 5 DigiHubs, our 6 excellent startup centers at our universities, and 75 starter centers NRW. Over the past 3 days of the Startup Germany Tour, international startups have been able to gain insights into our startup ecosystem in North Rhine-Westphalia. With this program, we want to provide visibility and financial support to promising international new business endeavors. We want to assist all of you in entering the German market and in expanding your businesses to North Rhine-Westphalia. Together with a network of national and international chambers of commerce, as well as NRW Global Business and Germany Trade and Invest, we jointly organized this year's Startup Germany Tour. This year, 82 startups from 36 countries participated in our hybrid tour. Today, the best 15 startups from all over the world will compete in the final pitch to win a total of 15,000 euros in prize money. Fortunately, most startups managed to travel to Germany despite current corona restrictions. We are very happy to welcome you here in Dusseldorf today. I'm sending warm greetings to all of you. I wish all startups on stage much success in today's pitch and their future endeavors.
Yeah, maybe he has switched on digitally, so big thanks, Minister Pinkwart. And now we are getting closer and closer to the pitches. But before the startups come on stage, we want to show you who will decide about their fate. We have put together a great jury for this, who wants to introduce themselves now here on stage. And I would like to invite to come to stage first Dr. Katrin Bischoff. She is Policy Advisor for Innovation Markets at the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Innovation, Digitalization and Energy of the state of North Rhine-Westphalia.
Test, test, test. Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you for introducing me. Dominik, it's very nice to see the startups today over here, live and in person. Most of you know me already. I've been judging in the 4 of the 5 regional contests, so I've seen you virtually and I've seen your ideas, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing your pitches today. And as Mr. Pinkwart already said, we do have a lot to offer in North Rhine-Westphalia for startups, and we do have a very strong economical ecosystem. And yeah, we're very excited to show that to you today and also tomorrow during the day. Thank you.
Thank you. And our next jury member is Elena Matekina. She is General Manager, CEE, MENA and Startups at NRW Global Business. Please come to stage, Elena.
So, a lovely, rainy afternoon. I'm Elena Matekina. Thank you, Dominik. So, and I'm happy to be again jury member this year again for International Startup Germany, International Finally Startup Germany Tour. This is not only for me. 5th event or organization, NRW Global Business, is also main partner for Startup Germany Tour since 2017. We are strong and well represented here today. My CEO, Felix Neugart, is here. Today is auf the main stage. My dear and powerful colleague, Regina Schellenberg, Timo Kurt and Philipp Fellmer are here today. By the way, Timur and Philip were members of regional juries. That's all show how important the issue of startup scale-up for us, for startup organized trade and investment agency of German state North Rhine-Westphalia. And finally, about me. I'm the head of countries division, Central and East Europe, Russia, Turkey, Israel, Middle East and Africa. I should read it. So, and I still am also responsible for cross-border startup project within our organization. I live and work in wonderful North Rhine-Westphalia for more than 20 years. And I have a technical university background, special IT and system development. So that's why I'm very excited to see today a new technical solution, idea, and new startup of this stage.
Yeah, thank you, Elena. Thank you for being a partner for such a long time. And our next jury member is Stefanie Burgdorf. She is Senior Manager, Trend and Innovation Scouting at Germany Trade and Invest.
Thanks, Dominik, and hi everyone. My name is Stephanie, and I'm working for Germany Trade and Invest, which is the investment promotion agency of Germany. So we are promoting Germany as a business location, and we are promoting the digital hubs throughout Germany, which are the digital hubs of the Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy, and we do this on an international level. So what does that mean? Well, we advise startups entering or how to enter the German market and finding the right spots for you, and also connect you with our digital hubs. And within our digital hub network, we have already more than 2,500 startups, and we have hundreds of SMEs and institutions, academic institutions, and so on. So there's lots of potential for you guys in order to cooperate. We also organize large events, own events, and we're also present at the big tech events worldwide. For instance, 2 weeks ago, we were at the Web Summit in Lisbon with like a huge booth and also a delegation of several startups from our Digital Hub network. So today, I'm really excited to see you guys pitch and to learn more about your interest in the German market. And thanks for having us as a partner today.
Yeah, thank you for being our partner. And maybe you noticed these were the 3 jury members that came from our partners, and there are 2 more to come. Yeah, I asked to come to stage, please, Dr. Markus Gig. Markus is co-managing director at the accelerator XTech and co-founder and managing partner at the Startup Association Anna Valley. Markus, welcome.
Thank you very much. And warm welcome to everyone here in the building and to everyone on the screens. My name is Markus Gig, and I'm the co-managing director of XTech. And XTech is a privately owned accelerator and venture capital fund situated in Cologne. And our USP is we are from founders for founders, which means all of us and our team and myself, we have founded startups, and we know like what to do and what not to do, so we experience the up and downs of startups ourselves. With my second hat, I'm leading the Inner Valley. It's a startup association here in NRW, where we try to be the voice of the startups regarding politics and, of course, economy and the whole of society. So I'm really, really looking forward to all your pitches. I haven't seen everyone. I have seen some being in one of the juries, but I'm really looking forward to see the rest. And let's get going.
Thank you, Markus. And last but not least, I welcome on stage Oliver Weimann. Oliver is managing director at the Ruhr Hub and at the same time founder, serial entrepreneur, and early stage investor. Welcome on stage. Welcome here in the grand final.
Hey, everybody. Thanks, Dominik, for having us and having me here. You already said enough. I'm just looking forward to the pitches, and really happy to be here to help you to enter the German market. We are kind of spreading around, and but 2 last words, just remembering the Startup Germany tour. I mean, Wolf, Dominik, I remember the first time 5 years ago, and you ended at Ruhr Summit. I'm one of the initiators of Ruhr Summit, one of the biggest German startup events, and you really helped us to go international and to bring all the international startups to us. So clap your hands together. That was a big lift for us, and it was a kickoff for a great journey. And I'm really happy to be here to help you and to see all the international startups that helps NRW. Thanks so much for that.
Thank you for these nice words. Yeah. And many thanks to all of our jury members, and I wish you a wise decision in the selection process. Yeah, now we are already starting with the first pitch round. From now on, you will see 15 startups from the 3 different verticals: Smart City, Logistics Mobility, and Insurtech, which are represented at our Startup Germany tour. And these 15 startups are not only competing for honor, they also compete for attractive prize money. 2,500 euros for the third place, 5,000 euros for the second place, and 7,500 euros for the first place. Every startup will have 3 minutes time to present, and then the jury has 3 minutes time to ask questions. And we start with the smart city startups, and here with the only startup that unfortunately could not be here today, live in person. Nevertheless, we are very excited to hear the presentation from Ashish Jerry Justin, CEO of Carnot Innovations from Hong Kong. Can you hear us, just Ashish? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, you can start your pitch now. 3 minutes from now on.
Yes, just before I start, I think I need to switch to, yeah, it's okay now. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
great.
perfect. Then?
Go. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. Sorry I couldn't be here in person, but my name is Ashish, the co-founder and CEO of Carnot Innovations. We provide an AI building optimization software platform to reduce operational overheads and to make buildings much smarter. So the existing and traditional energy management practices are quite inefficient. They can lead to over 20% operational cost wastage while reducing life and reliability of critical mechanical equipment. Oh, I'm sorry, I think the pages are not moving. Can you move to the third slide, please? Sorry, I think the slides are moving ahead. I'm trying with the auto cue, but it's not. Okay, great. Yeah, so this is the third slide. Yeah. So our platform automatically interfaces with field equipment, building automation system servers, IoT devices through open building protocols. We generate unique insights through the analysis of millions of data points. Our analytics engine offers a comprehensive analytics suite starting from descriptive data visualizations, dashboards, to predictive fault diagnostics and prescriptive automated controls. Automated monitoring of energy, occupant comfort, and wellness, along with ESG/sustainability reporting and benchmarking is provided on our dashboards. Our fault diagnostic engine provides supervised and unsupervised machine learning-based pattern recognition algorithms. They help identify, predict, and resolve hidden faults before they lead to severe equipment failures. Our real-time controls engine uses cooling load, power prediction, and data-driven optimization models to automatically control the mechanical equipment or the HVAC equipment in real time, thereby achieving real-time and recurring savings. So all in all, we have achieved over 15% recurring savings in our energy costs over any existing or conventional building automation system controls which are available in the buildings. Our energy savings is greater than $30,000 per average building. We are helping properties reduce their carbon footprint, meet their ESG targets while saving and improving the environment. We have deployed our platform across 28 large facilities, and these range from factories in Taiwan, commercial buildings, malls, public infrastructure facilities in Hong Kong, Singapore, as well as hospitals in Thailand. We are shooting for a large and rapidly expanding market. Our target in the next 5 years is to capture over $160 million in annual savings by expanding to over 20 major cities. Our immediate goal is to reach a cumulative revenue of $3 million by next year. We are currently a team of 11 people and growing. We have experts in building automation, data science, and software development who hold PhDs and multiple professional certifications. We are also backed by global VCs such as 500 startups and have raised over $870,000 in seed funding back in 2019. Our immediate roadmap is to scale and expand to Europe and the United States, expand our team demand, and develop a fully autonomous, intelligent BMS system. Our vision is to become the brain behind every smart building, and we are realizing our vision by developing a fully autonomous automated system with full building automation capabilities. I thank you so much again for the opportunity to present and happy to take any questions. We are Carnot Innovations.
Yeah, even with some technical problems, great presentation. And now it's time for the jury. Elena, yeah.
Hi, thank you very much for your presentation. My question is do you, your customers, they need special knowledge, previous knowledge, or advices, or how expensive is that installed your program with equipment?
We can't hear you.
Sound? Wir hören den Sound nicht. Sorry, we do not hear you. Wait a minute.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, now it's
yeah,
working.
Sure.
Yeah, please answer.
Okay, great. Yeah, so typically we approach buildings which have some sort of automation or management system. And then we directly plug into their network and do automation or controls of the buildings, thereby generate energy saving for our clients. Just to kick off our project, we need about 25,000 one-time deployment fee. And then on an annual basis, we have a subscription model about, say, $8,000 US. Our savings are such that the installation fee the first, and onwards is pretty much savings for our clients.
Okay, Markus.
Thank you very much for your presentation. There's already some strong competition in Germany. What is your unfair advantage in this respect?
Say our key or secret sauce is the algorithms which we have developed over the time. So our optimization currently, we have tested it out in many 28 different facilities across Asia. And we've gotten much higher savings compared to some of our competitors. The most advantageous part for our system is that we can get on top of any existing BMS or automation systems about 15% savings. And this is done purely by using data-driven models and patented algorithms through our co-founders. And we are able to deploy it in real time and get savings for our clients.
Okay. One more question, short question, short answer.
Thanks for your presentation, and I'm happy to welcome you in Germany. But honestly, are you big enough in Asia already that your next step is Germany, or it's Europe and the US market?
Couple of models to expand. So we currently are working with different partners in different regions to reach the go-to-market scale. So we don't need people physically located in different regions for expanding. So that's why even now during the pandemic, just by having an office in Hong Kong, we are able to expand all throughout Asia. And if we can find similar system integrators or maintenance contractors in Germany or throughout Europe, we are quite certain that we can expand through their network and also help generate savings for the market.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. Big applause. And the next startup live on stage is from Nigeria. It is Kiru Energy with its CEO, Shibuna Okpana.
Thank you very much. My name is Shibuna Okpana from Nigeria. I'm the co-founder and chief executive at Kiru Energy. Before I begin, I would like to thank the amazing jury, the audience seated here today, and everyone watching online from all over the world. Thank you for the opportunity to present our work at Kiru. So I begin. Yeah. Okay, so did you know that globally, over 1.4 billion people lack access to electricity? Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg. The more disturbing challenge is that our existing power grids are built not to handle the rising energy demand and also the extreme weather events happening all over the world today. For example, the Texas power cut that happened earlier in February in United States that made over 4.5 million homes and businesses not to have access to electricity for many days. Now, this can be so catastrophic, and that is why it is time now to invest in carbon-free, climate resilient and decentralized energy innovations. And Kiru is one of those innovations I'm about to show to you today. How would you like to buy renewable and reliable green electricity from your smartphone? More to that, you can also track and monitor your energy consumption in real time, and also you can budget for your energy expenses beforehand. How does this work? So our smart solar grids are connected to your smartphone, either for your home or your business, and you can buy electricity from our mobile app using a pay-as-you-go model, or you can lease on a contract, and also we are developing the lease-to-own model, which also transfers the ownership to the customers at the end of the day. The market opportunity is over $250 billion globally, and in sub-Saharan Africa, it is valued at over $60 billion, and in Nigeria, which is our first total addressable market, this is over $8 billion, and it's expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 8.5% to over $15 billion by 2030, presenting a huge market opportunity. So far, so Kiru. We started in 2019, and we pivoted from hardware-focused solutions to software-enabled solutions in 2020. And now we are finalizing our mobile app development in collaboration with the International Sustainability Academy in Hamburg, Germany. And we are looking forward to launch our startup, our solution by the second quarter of next year. And for that, we need to raise a pre-seed investment of 100,000 euros at 5 to 7% equity in exchange of our company. Our team is made up of young professionals committed to closing the energy access gaps globally. And we've worked with international organizations such as GIZ, International Renewable Energy Agency. And we invite you all to join us to power the world with sustainable energy. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. It's time for the jury. Steffi.
Thank you very much for your pitch. Where exactly do you see the market opportunities in Germany? Like, what are you specifically looking for?
Yes, so in Germany, we are looking forward to partner with energy companies who are already energy providers for renewable energy. And then we can, from there, provide our platform, and then we can work together to sell our electricity. So basically, when we connect our app to their energy, then we can supply to more customers. So that's the market opportunity we see in Germany. Yeah.
Oliver?
There's one the kind of digital business selling energy.
Yeah.
But there's a physical process of bringing the energy to the
Exactly.
customer. How you do that?
So how this works is that the mobile app is integrated with a smart meter. So this smart meter is connected to the smart solar grid. So for example, from Nigeria where we started, we have clusters of businesses and homes. So we install a particular high capacity of solar grids in that location, and then we supply to all of them. Or if it is in a dispersed location whereby you have different businesses located in different locations and households located in different locations, we go to them and then install on their rooftop. But the major thing is that the smart meter is integrated with our mobile app and then connects the customer to the smart grids. Yes.
You mentioned that you are looking for an R&D partner in Germany. So what type of R&D would you do related to your business model? Okay,
so last week I was at the World Climate Summit during the COP26 in Glasgow, and when we were discussing with some of the investors, they spoke about carbon credits. So that's a new revenue model that we are looking at to set out for, but we don't have expertise in that. So for us to maybe understand that better, we need to understand how to integrate this carbon credit into our model and then generate revenue from it, yeah.
Marcos?
Thank you. First of all, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I really liked your presentation. What about your early adopters who are already your customers?
Yeah.
How many do you have? What do you charge them?
Okay.
What is the business plan?
Okay, thank you very much. Our early adopters are businesses. So we are starting with 60% of businesses and then 40% of residential homes. Our implementation plan is to start with businesses first. So we have 3 early adopters in Nigeria at the moment. We've spoken with them. They are businesses, majorly restaurants that have that power their business for more than 16 hours per day. So we are talking with them. We are in talks with them to install our solar grids with them. Yeah, and then for the cost of production is about 0.19 cents per kilowatt hour. and then we sell at 0.32 cents per kilowatt hour. So that's like a margin of 68%. Yeah.
What about competition? Competition?
Yes, we have competition, but the competition in Nigeria is focused on selling power from distribution companies. So they provide a platform that enables customers to buy electricity.
Okay, time's over. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And our first startup for today is Pixforce from Brazil. Welcome to Renato Gomes, founder and president at Pixforce.
Thank you. I feel like starting here and taking advantage of the time, but I'll hold back a bit. Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Renato Gomes. I'm the president and founder of Pixforce. We are a computer vision company applying artificial intelligence to the interpretation of digital images. Over the last 5 years, we've accumulated companies as clients such as Shell, Anglo-American, among others. And basically what we do is we use the digital images regardless of the platform where they're acquired, be it satellites, be it drones, be it handheld mobile devices. And regardless of the type of data, it can be red, green, and blue like we see with our human eyes, it can be thermal images, or it can be images beyond the spectrum visible to our human eyes. And the advantage is that the computer can see that in a more fast manner. It can process it faster than a human analyst could. It is more precise, always applying the same standard of analysis through each and every image. And even though it's faster and more precise, it's cheaper than having a human analyst do it. We have a solid team in Brazil. We are currently with a team of over 60 professionals, and these are the wizards behind the actions, including several PhDs, several masters, several people of different backgrounds in engineering and different sciences. And today, there's one product which we're very proud to present, which is really our solutions applied to heavy logistics and also specifically to the analysis of thermal images in industrial settings. So what we're seeing today is the capability of a drone equipped with a thermal camera to analyze in real time the thermal situations of, for example, conveyor belts or power lines. And the importance of this is that you reduce the amount of load that a human has to carry in terms of observing and extracting that data. And not only it's about precision, but depending on the environment, it's also about safety. If you think about the inspection of power lines, the safety issue to the employees is, of course, paramount. So not only do you save money, but you reduce the exposure of humans to the risk of electrification. After all, no child should be worried about whether their mother or father is coming back from work. Let the machine do the hard work. Let the machine do the boring work, such as counting. And that's why we're very proud to bring forward the different solutions that we have for, be it quality assurance, quality control, inspection of these tricky situations. And we believe that today we are at a position to bring artificial intelligence to the masses. It's no longer an expertise business, but something that can benefit industry across the board. Thank you.
Right on point. Elena.
Hello, thank you very much for your presentation. Who are your main competitor in American continent and Europe?
Hello, okay. So I would say here in Europe we have Iris Vision. It's a German company which is very good, but they apply traditional algorithms. So basically it's a lot of computer lines, whereas what we're doing is we're applying AI. So we take huge data sets and even the more complex types of analysis, which today is challenging for companies like Kiru's Vision, it's something that we can overcome and start to implement. I would say in the American continent, we would have companies such as Infravision, which is also a big player in the sector. But again, we think that their solutions are still very based on the type of cameras that they use rather than the interpretation of the camera. And at Pixforce, it can be your mobile camera, it can be a standard camera on a production line. We just teach that interpretation to the computer.
Katrin.
You mentioned that so far you were funded by family and friends. What's your future plan? Are you looking for venture capital as well to expand?
We have had a seed round of funding, so we think that for us to grow, even though we're breaking even, so we cover the cost of our 60 professionals and everything that we're running, so we're at break-even point, we do seek capital exactly to take the next step, which is to apply the technologies already developed to other contexts beyond Brazilian borders.
Are you planning to build concrete products, or is it kind of a base solution you kind of adapt for each customer?
That's a great question. It depends a lot on the specific things. So for example, transmission lines, that one platform can serve any type of power line. So the AI is already capable of adapting and doing thermal analysis irrespective of thermal lines. But if you're talking, for example, for engine analysis, as we do, for example, for Stihl, which is a German company in Brazil, then we have to train specifically for that engine module that it's being analyzed. So it depends on the type of process. So we have both flexibility.
Markus, 30 seconds.
Perfect. Where do you want to enter Germany? Which vertical? Like, what is most interesting to you?
We think that the best vertical is exactly where there's biggest risk to human lives. So we would say thermal inspection, be it of conveyor belts or power transmissions, which are technologies that in Brazil are already applied quite well. And at the same time, we think that this is really the next step to ensure better safety, but also better efficiency of these processes.
Okay, thank you, Renato.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and we stay in South America, and our next startup is the Carbon Sync with its CEO, Federico Falcon. Welcome on stage.
Hello? Yes. Well, the Carbon Sync is a digital platform in which users can measure their carbon footprint and offset it. Climate crisis is one of the greatest challenges of our time. We must cut carbon emissions to limit global warming, and the time to act is now. We see a blue ocean in two specific targets, individuals and small and medium-sized companies. They want to take action on climate change, but don't have easy access to do it. They believe that it's something expensive to face, don't know where to start, and how to make a reliable impact. People want to do something for the planet and get social recognition. They are used to technology and to solve things digitally and instantly. And more companies are setting the commitment with really fast. So we saw that opportunity and developed the Carbon Sync with the vision of bringing carbon footprint compensation available for everyone. So we came up with this idea, a platform where users can measure their carbon footprint and offset it in the same place. The platform includes carbon footprint calculators and certified carbon credits to offset the result. Questions based on mobility, lifestyle, and consumption at home are answered by the users. The result is taken into equivalencies to make the impact more easy to understand. We offer certified carbon credits from projects for reforestation and renewable energy. Our target market is companies that committed to achieving carbon neutrality. We focus on compensation from 1 to 15,000 tons A demand basically driven by small and medium-sized companies that don't have the supplier for these amounts. And this market is expected to grow between 5 and 8 times in the next 10 years. We make money with commission on the sales of carbon credits and with business solutions. This is also a tool for companies who want to give the opportunity to their employees, clients, and suppliers to measure the carbon footprint. During these 6 first months of operation, we've been working with customers from 5 countries and from all different kind of industries. We are working on expanding our operations to LATAM, USA, and Europe, building strategic alliances and a solid sales team. And the following step is the whole world. We are a team of 7, and our expansion plans involve to reaching to 17 in the next year. Thank
you. Oliver.
There are already organizations on the road kind of offering kind of the same package, like Climate Partners, for example, and they already have kind of worldwide projects in place. What is your differentiator? Why the companies should work with you?
Sorry, why companies should work with us?
Yeah, because there are competitors already established on the market, worldwide active.
We are focusing on small and medium-sized companies because we offer the opportunity to offset their emissions. Large companies are dealing with traders that are focused on large companies and not giving attention to small companies, medium companies, and individuals. So that's our focus.
Okay.
Right, according to that one. So is it not only B2B, it's only B2C, right?
No, it's both B2C and B2B. And B2B is paying the bill nowadays.
How standardized is your service for the SMEs? Is it always the same package related to questions, or do you tailor it specifically to the individual companies?
The focus is on compensation. We are developing different kind of calculations so people can measure their carbon footprint for free and then compensate with us. Nowadays, at the beginning, we are hearing a lot of, we are tackling the demand of companies that want to use the platform as a tool to offer to their clients or employees. Thank you.
Marcos.
How do you offset? Like, what are your offset mechanisms?
With projects that certify their carbon capture, projects on renewable energy and forestry.
How big is your team?
The team? Yeah. Now we are 7, and we are going to be 17 in the next year to tackle our expansion plan.
It is commercial or IT developer?
The team, it's a team with 15 years of experience in developing carbon offsetting projects and climate action plans. And also the strongest is the sales team. That's where we are going to, how we are going to expand with sales team.
Some more questions? No? Okay, big applause to Federico.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that were our smart city startups, and we directly continue with our logistics and mobility startups. And we start this vertical with the first European startup, and welcome on stage 2Hire from Italy. Applause for Filippo Agostino, CEO of 2Hire.
Thank you, Dominik. Can you hear us? Can you hear him? So. Okay. There's another slide. It's starting, yeah. I have to wait. Yeah. yeah, I need to see my presentation, of course. Okay, so, can you see the slides? Perfect. So I'm Filippo Agostino. I'm the CEO and co-founder of 2Hire. The automotive industry, we work on the automotive industry, and the automotive industry is going through a radical paradigm shift driven by two major changes. On the one hand, the people value not only the vehicle itself, but increasingly new services and new digital experiences around vehicles. And on the other hand, vehicle technology is increasing exponentially. In this context, service providers need to integrate different models, brands, and types into their business model, but they don't have an easy way to do it. Service providers lack the tech skills to secure multiple vehicle integrations, as their focus is on user experience and not on vehicle tech. The solution is 2Hire. We enable mobility services around all kinds of vehicles. Service providers use our platform, one single platform, to connect every vehicle into their business models. We identify two kinds of vehicles in the market, the not connected vehicles and the natively connected ones. We integrate the connected vehicles through our not connected vehicles through our proprietary hardware, that is plug and play, the 2Hire box, and the natively connected vehicles via API. We work every day to increase our compatibility with vehicles. We are partnering with automakers and micromobility OEMs to integrate directly their vehicles through software via API. We offer three main solutions: adapter, sharing, and link key. The adapter is the API layer to build a mobility service around vehicles. On top of the adapter, we have developed two verticals. Sharing is a platform that is to manage, launch, and run a vehicle sharing service end-to-end. And Linky is a platform to manage a car rental self-service. Our customers are operating 2Hire power services worldwide. We have connected more than 13,000 vehicles in 13 countries and 45 cities, and the vehicles on our platform have covered more than 60 million kilometers. Despite the COVID situation, we managed to more than triple the number of our customers in 2021 versus 2020. Also, we expanded our global reach with our clients operating in 45 cities. In the meantime, none of our customers exited the market nor switched to a competitor solution. All this has been possible thanks to our team. It's 26 of us. We are a technology-driven company, and we raised more than 6 million since 2017. We are now scaling up, and our goal is to be one of the leaders of the automotive industry. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Time for jury. Katrin.
You didn't mention it in the brochure, so I was wondering how high was your revenue, if I may ask?
Yeah, we had 1 million revenues, annual recurring revenues in 2019. Then the COVID, of course, hit us. And right now we are going through more than 50,000 monthly recurring revenues. So we are reaching the 1 million annual recurring revenues in the next 6 months.
So what is the business model behind it? It's a monthly payment and a rev share via kilometer, or what is it?
It's a monthly fee per vehicle active on our platform, and when the hardware is needed, there is a one-time payment for the integration, of course, of the hardware. So if the mobility provider has to buy the hardware.
Do you collect data and storage it from customer?
We storage the data from our customers, but we are processor of the data.
How long?
We follow the rules of customers because we are data processor.
What kind of services are you going to offer in the future, especially to the German market?
Yeah, the German market is very important for us because, of course, it's the country of the automakers, and we are trying to partner with them to offer new services around vehicles, around private-owned vehicles. We are now working with B2B, with corporates, but in the future we want to work with customers to offer to them the new services, like, for example, the value-added services in car delivery, car washing on demand, or the insurance pay-per-use. So all the services that you can offer through the data that you can retrieve from the connected vehicles.
Okay, but let me maybe ask another question to this. So you will, are these services like your services as well, or are you working as a platform for others to build these services on?
We work as a platform to let others build other services on our platform, of course. We have built two verticals, the sharing and the link key for the rental, but other companies operate these kinds of services.
Which market is harder to enter? The market of the hardware suppliers, so the car builders and scooter builders, etc., or the client market itself?
What is the market?
So is it harder to generate a new client, or is it harder to add your movement?
It is harder to have new partners on the automaker side. So it's very difficult to deal with automakers, to work with them, and to integrate their vehicles directly via software, because in the future we'll be a software company.
Okay, time's over. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, from Italy to Slovakia, I welcome on stage Vitaly Chukanov, founder of ALDL.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me here. It's a great honor to present our product called Start.up called End Machines to the audience. In a nutshell, ANT is a remote-controlled, fully electric and highly maneuverable robot for yard operations. So it's designed to facilitate intra-terminal logistics in terminals, ports and hubs only, so we do not go on public roads, to relocate trailers and containers on platforms in mixed traffic environments. We now have a working unit that we are demonstrating to potential customers and expect to initiate pilot projects in the near future. Remote control is what facilitates greatly the operation and does not require a certified driver. The ANT matches all the heavy-duty requirements, being powerful, height adjustable, and extremely maneuverable. Our strategy and the next step is full automation of the unit. We want to fill in the yard automation gap, so we want to create a through-the-line automated process of terminal operations from the automated container through the automated yard to the automated warehouse, bringing more safety of operations, cost efficiency, and more value of the cargo data assembly. Last month, we applied for a European call within a very strong consortium of partners, which included major players of the logistics industry who expressed their highest interest in yard automation. So the market potential is undeniable and confirmed. ANT was also accepted in the largest logistics startup accelerator, Startport, which focuses on logistics in the region of NRV. Why this interest arises? We believe that it has to do with the fact that ANT tackles challenges of cost reduction and raise of efficiency in operations due to fuel savings, low total cost of ownership, and low maintenance. Needless to say that electric power drive generates no CO2 in operation. And another very important issue is that we solve the driver shortage problem, which so many words have been said about. Our action plan is to add AGV functions to the unit in the near future and further achieve full automation and integration to the terminal operation systems on the software level. For that, we've assembled a competent team, core team, which includes experts in marketing, business setup, and development.
Yeah, time's over. Sorry. Applause. Oliver.
So at the time being, you have a working prototype remote controlled. So you are get rid of the driver or of a person controlling it, but you can work in progress. Are you already serving clients? Is it in work?
We have a prototype which works. We're demonstrating it to the client, so we have a set of demonstrations planned. We want to initiate pilot project. It's a hardware, so we cannot just throw it into the market. And yes, you're right. It's remote control. It does not need a driver, but it needs an operator who would work with the machine.
What about insurance risks? I'm sorry to interrupt. What about insurance risk? What about safety constructions? I mean, there are a lot of concerns regarding this kind of moving goods around thing.
Yes, that's right. Well, the production itself is in compliance with the Machinery Directive of the European Union, so we are actually safe enough as required by the regulations. We operate currently at the maximum speed of 6 kilometers per hour, which is at a human pace, because we cannot go faster being remote controlled. That will change once we do the automation, but now it's on very slow speed, so the safety is not, let's say, not worse, and in some cases even better compared to traditional trucks that operate in yards right now, diesel trucks. As for insurance, the preliminary conversations that we've had with insurance companies and potential customers show that this will reduce the insurance costs of the overall operations.
I was wondering, are there any competitors in the German market, like similar products already?
Not with the remote control. So we know that yard truck manufacturers shift from diesel to electricity, which is a general trend, but not with the driverless solution.
What about your funding situation? You're bootstrapped at the moment. What about your funding situation? You're currently bootstrapped. Where do you want to go with it? What's the future for this?
Well, definitely we need funding for the R&D. This is one of the main targets for us right now. We are more or less covered at the stage where we're at, but the R&D for automation, it requires time, it requires tests, and it also requires more, let's say, academic potential.
What is the scope of your solution? It is normally robotic or more?
It's a machine. It's an automated robotized machine. So we were thinking whether we're a vehicle or not. And actually, so now what we know based on the initial certification process that we're more of a machine, robotized machine.
Yeah. Who are your customers? Like, are they more the logistic companies or also manufacturing companies?
Sorry, Katrin, time's over. Yeah. Thank you, Vitaly.
Logistics.
Yeah, our next startup is Freightwalla from India, and it's represented by Sanya Bhatia, CEO of Freightwalla. Welcome.
Hello. Hi. So, should I start? Okay, let me start with a fairly obvious statement. International supply chains today are highly stressed, right? But here is a non-obvious statement for you. The majority of the challenges in the international supply chain tends to start at the Asian freight providers, right? They are the weakest link of this entire chain. Now, these are typically very small companies, but they dominate their markets. In India, the freight forwarding market is about $30 billion, but the small freight forwarders have 70% of this market. These companies are typically driven by extremely manual processes, which makes them very error-prone, inefficient, and unreliable. So as the world comes out of this pandemic and we start seeing, if we continue to see all of these companies use these traditional players, then the world is going to continue to stumble on supply chain challenges. Now, Freightwalla recognizes this is a core problem. So we have built a highly digitized and automated freight forwarding company, which uses technology to minimize the incidence of errors in the process and therefore minimize the incidence of cargo delays and cost escalations. Our technology is built on artificial learning, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and RPA to basically automate the entire freight forwarding process with a special emphasis on workflow management to bring the control into the international supply chain that has been sorely missing till date. Our team is very strong. We have in our leadership team a combined work experience of 150 years in logistics. And in our founding team, it's very well-rounded. The founding team has experience across technology, logistics, strategy consulting, and finance. This well-roundedness of the team has helped us achieve outsized results. So, as of date, Freightwalla has over 300 clients and is doing $20 million of annualized revenue. This represents a 50x growth since our seed round of funding 3 years ago, and European sales already represents 10% of our revenue, despite us having no physical presence here at all. Now, going forward, we see a great fit between our company and the European market, with Germany as a very strong base to do this. So, Germany being a startup-friendly hub, we plan on using Germany as a means to scale up our European sales, with Germany being an access point for both East and West Europe.
Right on time. Okay. Yeah, Katrin.
So now I can ask my next question. So you mentioned that you wanted to have Germany as a scale-up hub for Europe. Can you elaborate on the expansion plans and what are the type of partners you're looking for in Germany?
Yeah, so in an international supply chain, there's basically two people who can control logistics. So there's the exporter, which right now we have mostly Indian exporter clients, but then there's also an overseas importer. So the overseas importer will typically use a German logistics company to organize the entire chain. Now, we do not intend on competing with any German logistics company. Rather, we want to offer our India side services to the German logistics company, but because of all of our technologies, we can actually build a much healthier and stronger supply chain. That's clear?
Elena.
Why should the future customer switch to your product?
Yeah, so it comes down to the existing competition which we have, which is the very traditional offline logistics players. So as I mentioned, they have very manual processes, and because they do everything manually, they tend to make a lot of mistakes. Now in international shipping, you have something like 10 to 30 different documents that need to be prepared, depends on the commodity, and there's a very tight timeline in which to complete all of this documentation and also move all of the cargo. So because it's so complicated and because everything is very time-driven, every time you do things manually, mistakes will happen, and therefore there are going to be consequential cargo delays and cost escalations. Now with our technology, which is doing most of the work automatically, those incidents don't happen. So you are actually able to get a better on-time performance at a lower overall cost of logistics.
So what is the onboarding process for a German logistic company working with you?
Right, so we have an online platform which is sort of like an Expedia for freight, right? But obviously catering for India to outbound, and our grand plan is to be India and Southeast Asia outbound. So when we onboard a German logistics company, let's say they want to pick up cargo in Singapore and have it delivered to Germany, they just type in their details, right? So pick-up point Singapore, drop-off point Duisburg, and then they can see all of the different route options available to them, the schedules, transit times, and the full cost details, and then they make a selection. Thereafter, our workflow automations kick in and actually automate the process to make sure that the cargo is delivered as per the commitment.
Marcus.
Quick last question. When I want to ship something to Great Britain, for example, you know, Brexit, you could do this as well with all the different documentation?
Yes, so we don't do the documentation work at the final destination. We take care of the origin side. So the Asian side is where a lot of the problems are. And yes, there are additional problems with Brexit on the destination, but that is not something we take care of.
Great. Sanya from Freightwalla. Yeah, we stay in Asia, and let's welcome together Louis Chen, responsible for investor relations at the startup Mindtronic from Taiwan. Welcome.
Okay, thanks for the introduction. This is Mindtronic AI from Taiwan, a leading automotive AI enabler. Since the rise of Tesla, all the traditional car makers want to be like Tesla, making a fancy, intelligent vehicles. But the problem is the engineering gap to integrate AI and software into different hardware and systems. They usually hire hundreds of engineers and spend 3 to 5 years just to do a prototyping. So here is our solution. We provide the AI and software building blocks for car makers to quickly prototype and go mass production in an economical way. We not only reduce the car makers' R&D time and cost by 40%, but also enable the fully customization and self-learning for vehicles. For example, you and your friend bought the same car model, and after 1 year, the two vehicles will have different personalities. Here is our vision technology, including the Face ID, interest subject inference, emotion detection, driver data detection, and driver performance prediction. All the AI can do offline self-learning. It can be applied to the entertainment product, such as 3D AR HUD and 3D HMI display in a cockpit. It can also be applied to the safety products, such as the co-pilot for ADAS. According to Citi Research, the cockpit and ADAS combined will reach $200 billion by 2025. Here is one of the interesting applications for V2X metaverse mobility service. Imagine when you're driving, you see the Starbucks sign on the right. The vehicles know that you love to drink coffee, and next, it projects a 3D route from the AR HUD on the windshield, leading you to a nearest Starbucks and send you a promotional coupon on your iPhone. So here is our IP business model. We help car makers to design their own product. So we receive IP licensing, NRE validation, royalty, and profit sharing fees from our clients. We are the only company in the world to realize local learning, and compared to our competitors, our AI outperforms in computing resource, portability, and latency. This is our client. We have accumulated orders over $10 million so far, and our products are ready for mass production next year. Our teams have over 50 years in AI, automotive, software, hardware, and system. CEO Sharon is an AI scientist in charge of R&D. CTO Mike used to be the R&D head of TSMC and ARM, in charge of the product development. RB, the director Ryan, used to be the sales in Ford and Mercedes-Benz. He's in charge of the business development. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, also right on time. Jury, Markus.
Thank you very much. What about data protection and certification in the German market or in the European market?
Yeah, that's a good question. Regarding the data protection, because all the data collecting and the computing is on the edge, so it will not send to the cloud, so which protect the user's data from any cyber attack. And the certification, because all the AI is all the automotive grade, because we are actually a tier 2 company, so we provide a solution, the SDK for tier 1. So actually, our product are ready for mass production, so there is no worry about the certificate.
Katrin.
You mentioned your partnership with suppliers already, or with car manufacturing companies. You mentioned VW and Daimler. What about automotive suppliers, also here in the region? Did you see potential for collaboration over here as well?
I'm sorry, you do mean the collaboration between?
Yeah, with car manufacturing companies.
Because so far our revenue comes from the China OEM, and for this year we're expanding our business in Europe. So we're working some of the German automotive working on the POC, but it is not yet mass production yet, but we are working the POC right now. Yeah.
What is your business model behind it? It's a licensing fee?
Yeah, IP business model, because we're an AI IP company. So we receive the IP licensing and the NRE before the mass production. And after the mass production, we receive the royalty for example, one car maybe a few, maybe $10 for example. So that's the royalty we collect from the mass production per vehicle. Yeah.
No more questions?
What are the differentiator between the different clients? So are you serving the same product to BMW as to Daimler, or do you differentiate and go for a kind of individualization with each individual client?
You mean differentiation, right? Because we're the only company in the world to realize the local learning. So which means that our AI can be applied for the in-cab sensing, the HMI, the human-machine interaction. And for the exterior sensing, we could apply to the ADAS and the autonomous driving. And because we can do the local learning, the vehicles could learn by itself to co-work with the human. That's our differentiation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Louis. Yeah, and already now we come to the last startup from the logistics and mobility vertical. It's Yepli, represented by their CEO, Antti Kensala. Welcome on stage.
Hi, everyone. Let me tell you a little bit about my mom. She's a typical bike owner. I ask her, what brand of a bike do you have? And she answers, blue. And then when I start talking about bike maintenance, it's a nasty feeling that she gets. It's far away. They don't respect me when I bring in my normal bike. And this is the reason why we have developed Yepli, an innovative mobile bike shop that is serving both consumers and businesses in 4 different countries. I think the fonts have gone a bit belly up, but let's not mind about that. Cool. My name is Antti, and I'm the other co-founder of Yepli. We set out on a simple mission to keep you riding, that you cannot read there. But hey, before we go into deeper what we do, let's look at the bike market. It's a market that's growing. Global megatrends support that it's going to be growing. It's a market that's changing. The bikes are changing. The way people own their bikes, how they purchase their bikes, it's changing. And the pandemic, it just freaking turbo boosted this growth and change trend. And even today, it's already about 150 billion euro market potential for bike maintenance. And like I told you, a very simple consumer problem got us started on this journey. For a lot of bike owners, maintaining your bike is a real pain in the ass. We created a mobile bike shop concept that makes this easy, fast, convenient. We started with consumers in 2016 in Finland, which is probably the most dumbest place to start a bike maintenance business because of seasonal difference. But we did it. And from there onwards, we've expanded to businesses, being it bike fleets that need to be keep running for businesses, being it employers that want employees to keep biking to their work, being it bike brands that want to grasp their consumers. And all of this is supported by our tech platform. We have a proven customer traction in 4 different countries. We have a proven business model, both on the consumer and the business side. We are currently on our European expansion pathway, operating in 4 countries, and next year expanding to the next bigger markets. And on our final goal of becoming the biggest and most preferred bike maintenance partner in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Antti.
What did you do to our fonts?
Jury, please. Elena.
Simple question. Where do you get so many technical staff? Technical staff.
Technical stuff, a very good question. When we founded the company, there were two bottlenecks that we could see coming to us. One being the capital we required to get the vans and everything working, and the other was workforce. And what we did, if we look at just recruiting bike mechanics, it's a shortage of them. It was already a shortage back in 2016, and today it's a lot of companies in the mobility sector searching for bike mechanics. And what we did, we simplified the maintenance part compared to a traditional bike shop. So we don't do forks maintenance, we don't do shock maintenances, which limits the needed skill set. So what we do, we recruit great people that can serve consumers, and then we teach them the bike skills. So we kind of take a little bit of different approach to the traditional bike maintenance companies.
Steffi.
Yeah, thank you for your pitch. I really liked it. What is your marketing strategy? Like, how do people know that you exist? Because, I mean, you're like driving around and then people can come to you. How do they know?
Good question. When we founded the company, we tried to look for something where we could copy the marketing model, but there wasn't really anything. There was the traditional ice cream trucks that were doing it like old school way, and we thought, no way, there got to be a better way. So what we do, it a little bit differentiates from the markets. When we look at it, it's a lot of digital marketing, when we can very much direct it to the certain area, to a certain time period. And that's automated from our technical platform. And then the other side, it's a lot of old school guerrilla marketing. In the German market, PR works super well. Getting press works. But then on the other hand, it's posters, it's flyers, it's the old school mouth-to-mouth that we try to speed up with new tools.
Markus and Katrin.
Exactly, what do you repair? Do you repair everything, or are there some special things you say, for example, for e-bikes, the batteries or stuff like that, you don't touch?
When we founded the company, we wanted to bring the bike world from a fixing perspective to preventive maintenance. And what we did, we came up with, it's a seasonal maintenance package that we sell to the consumers. And if we compare ourselves to a normal bike shop, the bike industry has been teaching the consumers to buy fixes for the past 100 years. And the bike shop, they have a list. And if we would have brought that list out, the consumers would have come to us asking, like, fix my brakes. And if we had that list, our mechanics would have fixed those brakes. What we did, we basically scrapped that whole list, and we have a seasonal maintenance package, which can be applied to a normal bike, to an e-bike, to anything. So it's a lot of like these things that we change, simple things that we do completely other way than the bike industry has been doing.
Thank you very much, Antti.
Thank you.
From Yapli. Yeah, that was our first pitch round. I don't know about you, but I'm really impressed about the quality and diversity of the business models we have just seen. And now I think it's good time for a short break. For our online viewers, you can go to our networking platform and get to know each other. And we will be back with pitch round number 2 in exactly 15 minutes. Back to our grand final. In the first pitch round, we have just seen 9 great startups from the verticals, smart city and logistics mobility. And now we continue with pitch round number 2 and the Insurtech vertical. We begin with the startup Accurate from France. A big applause for Anne-Laure Klein, CEO of Accurate.
Hi everyone, I'm Anne, I'm COO of Accurate, and I'm here to share with you how Accurate is revolutionizing insurance pricing with transparent AI. Accurate is a French insurtech founded in 2018. Our actuaries and data scientists spent 4 years of R&D figuring out how AI could boost insurers' pricing processes, reconciling the worlds of actuarial and data science. Accurate is a cloud-based software-as-a-service solution, setting the new global standard for insurance pricing in P&C and health. We raised over 40 million euros with top VCs to create the global leader in insurance pricing. Our team of 70 people speaking 20 languages, including German, of course, is based out of Paris, London, New York, and soon Asia. Over 30 insurers in the world are currently using Accurate in production, including AXA, Generali, Munich Re, Tokio Marine Kiln, and WeFox. Insurance pricing automation is a complex equation to solve. On the one hand, you have traditional processes that are heavily manual, inefficient, and slow. Insurers can take 6 months to a year to launch a new product or update the price of a car insurance policy. Such lengthy time to market no longer meets the requirements of customers and is increasingly challenged by new competitors. Yet, traditional AI simply cannot be used for insurance pricing. Generic machine learning is by design black box. It does not comply with the transparency regulatory requirements of the insurance sector and is therefore unfit to be used in production at a large scale. Accurate managed to solve this equation by developing proprietary machine learning algorithms that automate the generation of pricing models in a fully transparent way. Deploying Accurate unlocks major benefits for insurers. First, speed. It is the wow factor for our clients. Second, performance. Accurate boosts the predictive power of insurance pricing models with direct improvement on profitability. And finally, the transparency of Accurate algorithms allows for safe use in production and improved internal governance. Here are a few of our clients' success stories illustrating the value that they found in Accurate. Generali deployed Accurate for their personal auto line, reducing their time to market from 5 months to 2 weeks. Canopius is leveraging Accurate with 6% combined ratio improvement. And WeFox chose to power their product launch with Accurate for speed in line with their growth ambitions. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. So, who wants to start? Oliver.
So, congrats for what you have achieved. One question to me is, are you operating on the data set of the client, or are you working on a data set what you provide?
The data is fully the client's data. We do not touch it. We only provide a secure cloud environment and the modeling platform.
Okay, so it's and the results, so therefore it depends on the data the client provides to you.
Absolutely. The secret sauce of the insurance company comes from their business knowledge, historical data sets, and they're obviously free to explore new data sets with Accurate, since we remove the barrier of volumes and types of data thanks to the cloud. But the data remains absolutely theirs, and what we do is we make the process faster and with higher performance, but we absolutely do not touch their data.
You mentioned you already have Munich Re and AXA as customers. What are your next steps in expanding your activities in the German market?
So right now in Germany, we're looking to build a team. We have a few job openings for actuary, data scientists, client executive positions. And we're definitely looking forward to working with more German insurance companies who are ready to embrace the insurance pricing revolution.
Can you work with different insurance plans, or do you have a focus area?
Sorry?
Do you have a focus area concerning insurance or insurance plans, or is it that doesn't matter, you can work with all of them?
We address the entire non-life insurance scope, so P&C and health, and we are pretty much agnostic in terms of product line. So yeah, we have all types of clients in personal, specialty, commercial lines in P&C and health.
What is your strategy for Germany market? Direct cooperation with insure company or cooperation with Germany IT company? They work for, because the market is not empty. We have so strong competition.
So we have a very differentiated value proposition. So our go-to market is to target insurance companies directly, mostly the pricing departments. We, however, have a partnership strategy as well. We work with a lot of firms active in the insurance consulting environment. Yeah, we have a partnership with Milliman, I mean several insurance consulting firms. But yeah, in terms of competitive environment, we are pretty much alone out there addressing this use case with this technology. And what we do is we replace legacy players.
Thank you. Anne-Laure Klein from Accurate. And we continue now with Marian Mumtsiev. He's CEO of the startup Amodo from Croatia. Big applause.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marian. I'm the CEO of Amodo company. What Amodo does, Amodo is addressing a very important consumer trend, which is the need for more and more personalized products and services. And this is no different in the insurance industry, especially now after the emergence of the pandemic, where the behavior of the consumers changed. But in order to provide personalized products or services, what the insurance company needs is more insights into customer habits and behavior. And this is exactly what Amodo technology enables them to achieve. We have developed a mobile technology, smartphone only, that collects data from smartphone sensors, sends them, combines them with the third-party data so as to build a holistic profile of the users with the purpose to understand his true risk exposure. We monitor and collect data about a number of different behavioral aspects, about the customer walking, biking, hiking, running, driving a car, or using a public transportation. All of this data is collected in order to build a full understanding of the customer profile. We collect it for the very limited period of only 20 days. And based on this, we call it snapshot, the insurance companies are able to tailor the risks that the customer really needs a coverage for, and through these cost savings, propagate it in the form of a lower price to the end consumers. And the end consumer can enjoy significantly optimized pricing from the insurance coverages. And all of that leads to a proposition and a vision we have that the customers have one insurance policy only, covering all their risks for all their needs. The most common implementations today are more simple, more basic, and are going in the direction of pay how you drive, which is very known in the markets, pay per mile, but also we see frequently, and we started working with a couple of insurance companies on the concept pay as you live. And this is radical disruption for the insurance industry. So far, we have launched in more than 45 projects. We work with the very renowned insurance companies such as Generali, AIG, Porsche, and so on. As much as it seems to be the future, it's pretty much the present. The market that we are now about to conquer is Germany, which is why we are here. And we need a collaboration with the insurance industry in Germany. We have been voted as one of the top 5 most innovative Insurtech companies in the world by Financial Times, voted by Frost & Sullivan to have the leading technology in the European Union, invested quite a lot in it, and we are a team of about 50 experts on the subject matter. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you. Who wants to start?
You was founded in 2013, so why now Germany? Just not early.
Market maturity and end consumer maturity is very important for this kind of a proposition. In 2013, we have still felt a serious impediment in the end consumer market when it comes to collecting their data. Meanwhile, the technology and the ways how we collect this data improved significantly, and it's a smartphone only. It can be steered by the end consumer, which gives them a better sense of controlling his data. Number 2, now we don't need to collect the data for the whole year. We do it only 20 days, and then we can give the full snapshot to the customers. We have conducted a very detailed market research for the German market, and 72% of Germans would opt in for such a product today.
Do you charge insurance carriers or the end customer or both?
We are B2B2C. That being said, we are selling our technology to insurance companies and they offer it to the end consumers.
How do you reach the insurance companies?
A typical B2B sales process.
So individual and targeted.
Yes, yes.
Are you helping them building products out of your data?
Excuse me?
Are you helping the insurance companies building products out of your data?
Absolutely. It's really about collaboration, but we have built a number of knowledge databases and knowledge documents that we can do easier transfer of know-how to the insurance companies so that we do also more scalable, so they can execute in a more scalable manners. But generally, they do need insights and value know-how from 45 different projects we implemented when they are considering how to develop a product based on this newly available set of data.
What are your next steps as a company? I mean, obviously internationalization and more clients, but what are the next steps? What's up to come?
We have started, because the industry maturity allowed us that, through the motor insurance portfolio. However, with the set of data that we continually add in our collection system, we can also address other products in the insurance portfolio, which significantly increases the opportunity size. So that's on the product side. On the market side, we are definitely focused on the European market and have a significant advantage compared to the US market, given the high sensitivity of the European customers on the GDPR and data privacy. They want to have European companies serving European customers.
Marcos, 15 seconds.
Who owns the data?
And there are 3 roles in the process. End consumer owns the data, insurance company controls the data, Amodo processes the data on behalf of the insurance companies.
You can use it?
Thank you, Marian. Yeah, and we stay in Eastern Europe and move on to Romania. I warmly welcome here on stage Kamil Moldoveanu, CEO of Kineto Tech Rehab SRL. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Kamil. I'm the founder of re.flex. I'm also the guy that was just winning the European Jiu-Jitsu Championship. It was a sweet victory, but what you cannot see in that victory, in that picture, is that I severely injured my right knee. I was recommended 8 weeks of simple exercises at home, and after 4 weeks, I didn't see any progress, I didn't get any feedback, and I stopped. It was a really bad idea. My full knee surgery was scheduled immediately 4 years ago. And then I had another one for the same knee this year. All in all, I spent close to 1 year in premium physical therapy facilities reserved for athletes. And as I finished computer science and I worked for 15 years in the IT industry, I quickly see that the physical therapy is done today as it was done 50 years ago. They don't measure any data, they don't track the outcomes, and the quality varies so much from one physician to the other, including in the same facility. I spoke with a lot of insurance companies, and they confirm that physical therapy as is done today is not scalable at all. And the problems only gets bigger and bigger as people are getting older and less active. That's why, together with my team, we've started re.flex. re.flex is a simple-to-use product that it's helping patients to do physical therapy in the comfort of their home. It's based on 2 motion tracking sensors that enable patients to do their exercises. The patients receive the kit at home, and as soon as they are ready to go, they can do their full physical therapy, monitored by a human, a real human, a physical therapist, that gets notifications whenever it's needed. So we flag with artificial intelligence all the problems that appear during training. You'll see immediately the blue leg, it's your real leg, as it's in real life moving. So it moves accurately on the screen in 3 dimensions. We track over 10 parameters, and we are the only company that does this. If you do what the exercises are showing you to do, you get a count, and also you have audio notifications and vibrations telling you how to do it better or what you're doing wrong. Also, in order to have this 3-dimension, we're the most accurate solution in the world. We've proved that in Charité with a clinical study for our accuracy. We also won the biggest competition in the world by wearable technologies in Munich. And we were contacted by lots of big manufacturers of brace, like Ottobock, DJO, and we started a partnership with Sporlastic. Sporlastic, it's our German partner. They offer us 3 million euro for 2 years. We started with 2, and then we extended with another 2 years. And together we are going after the public reimbursement through DIGA. We are also in negotiations with independent insurance companies, as we proved in clinical studies that our solution is better than standard physical therapy. And I can tell you more about the business case in the Q&A.
Yeah, I was wondering, are you aiming at the insurance companies on the first hand, or you mentioned companies like Ottobock, or the consumers? Like, what's your first goal?
So in order to work with the insurance companies, we need a large network of doctors, and we cannot have this large network of doctors on our own. Sporlastic, for example, have thousands of doctors that are able to prescribe our solution, and also they know how to navigate the threshold in order to get the public reimbursement. So we are going after the insurance companies, but always with strategic partners in each market. We have other partners also in France and in UK.
Katrin.
How about the development of the services, the therapy, the online therapy? Because every need is individual. So how far is this adjusted to the individual needs, and how many different scenarios do you have?
This is exactly what we're fixing. The problem is that everything is individual, so you don't know what is the quality, and how do you measure the quality if everybody does something different. So what we proved in our clinical studies with Tübingen and Charité is that we take for different affections, let's say knee osteoarthritis or post-op ligaments, you get the exercise protocol that adapts based on the patient's progress and gives you predictable outcomes. This is what we proved in the clinical studies.
But I meant it a bit in a different direction, like how far can your service be adjusted to individual?
We have eligibility criteria for each affection that target around 80% of the patients for each affection.
Okay, thank you.
Elena?
Hardware, so it is your own production, or how cheap,
It's our own production. Me and my co-founder, we are working in the IT industry for a lot of years. So we've built bomb detection robots for the military and government. We secured the Romanian border with a network of sensors. So we did everything ourselves. It's our own product, mass produced in China.
Okay. Marcos? What does it cost, actually, your product? And
so the product is a service. You don't buy it to keep it. And for each affection depends what's costing the public insurance or the private insurance that we're working with. I'll give you a simple example. For knee osteoarthritis, the public insurer offers 10 sessions, which costs 600 euros. And we offer our product at 500 euros, and we offer 90 sessions and tracked outcomes by a real monitoring physiotherapist.
Oliver?
So, are you planning to centralize your services, or are you planning to still work with physiotherapists afterwards?
centralized. We think our solution is a standalone solution, and the only two dimensions that we can go moving forward is either as a digital clinic, either as a technology partner for these huge orthopedic companies that don't have the internal ADA to do it.
Thank you, Kamil. Yeah, and we are staying in the east of Europe and moving on to Poland. A big round of applause for Krzysztof Miedrala, CEO of the startup MedApp.
Good evening. My name is Krzysztof Miedrala. I am a CEO of MedApp, the software company which offers services through the technology software solution for the patient, doctors, or nurses. We are developing our software application to the patient and doctors since 2016. We are 41 people who are enthusiasts of this, what we are doing. Finally, we offer customer care based on our software through two main products. This is Carnot system and Carnot Holo. One is dedicated for a patient, nurses, and doctors, which allows them monitoring and diagnosis remotely databases which apply the patient. And the second is allow for a doctor prepare the treatment and give them support during a treatment. All of our solutions are medical certificate. We have 2B certification, which allows us to offer our software in Europe without any limits, in Africa, part of Asia, Brazil. Now we are working on FDA certification process, which will allow us to enter to the biggest market as USA. Both of our application services patient, and Carnot system is using cloud. We are using currently Microsoft Azure Cloud. We start cooperation with Google, and we are discussing with other providers. For us, one of the most important issues is to cover all of the potential risk related to the databases of medical services. Carnot Holo is offline solution, which is dedicated for a hospital, clinics, medical university, pharmaceutical company, insurance company, in the main businesses like cardiology, oncology, orthopedics, and laryngology. Carnot Holo, this is the solution which is taking the data, 3D imaging from MRI, ultrasound, or tomography, and allow for a doctor to see the elements, the data in real 3D. We are printing in the lights the elements which the doctor analyzes, and in such way we are able to cutting the time of the procedure 30%, because the doctors is much better prepared for the treatment and can better analyze the information, the data during a treatment. We have almost 21 hospitals who are using every day our software. We made almost 200 treatments in cardiology, oncology, orthopedics, and laryngology in Brazil, Poland.
Hey, time's over. Elena.
Thank you very much for your presentation. How big your developer team?
Pardon me?
How big your developer team?
We have 41 people. 34, there are developers, engineers, bioengineers who are every day working on our software and still developing in new functionality. They increase the efficiency, but we are able to recruit new people. We have good access to the engineer. That's the reason why we want to enter on German market.
Katrin?
How do you feel is the acceptance rate abroad in different countries of this technology? Because it's very advanced. Is the medical sector ready for this? Do you feel like?
Yes, as I told that we made almost 200 treatments in different countries. We have so many hospitals so many clients asking us about discussing about the implementation. The acceptance rate is, I can say, so high because we are offering the software which implement or support such partner like Siemens, G Healthcare. We cooperate with G Healthcare because we, as only one company, can on live streaming the data during a treatment. Is a real benefits which on final results giving them 30% cutting the time of the treatment. This is real value for hospital doctors and finally for us as a patient.
Who wants to ask next? No one? Okay, then thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and our next startup is StrAIberry from Iran. I welcome here Nilofar Mokadam Travitsis. Yeah, CPO of StrAIberry. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Before I start, I want to thank you all. This is Nilofar from the StrAIberry team. I know most of you here are startuppers or entrepreneurs, and you know how life goes when you start a startup and want it to be successful. So no time for anything else, no fun, no nothing. As a result of this lifestyle, I realized that I have some dental issues while my insurance is expired, and I didn't visit my dentist for about 2 years. Well, that time, I realized that many people have this problem in the era of pandemic and busy lifestyle in 2021. So I thought we can solve some problems of the dentist, insurance, patient triangle while saving time, cost, and nature. Yes, StrAIberry. StrAIberry is a machine learning-based mobile application that detects all hygiene problems in seconds with no extra tools, does checkups at no cost on 7/24, and reports and analyzes all this data. So you save time, money, and pain. And it's not just for the individuals. To give you an idea, I'm sorry, it's a little difficult. To give you an idea, on our test trial, we collaborated with DRC and First Response NGOs for refugees camps. Refugees use StrAIberry to find the most needed people for the treatment. A process that takes months was done in minutes. But can someone never go to the dentist while using StrAIberry? No, but up to 95% of dental issues could be prevented just by monitoring and regular checkups that StrAIberry is providing with high accuracy. Plus, to consider the times, fuels, and papers that are going to be saved. Also, in the near future, we will have X-ray photo analysis, cost prediction based on the location, and appointment setter. We provide solutions for personal daycare. With time and money-saving approaches, we provide a solution for the dentist, insurance, and patient triangle, while for including the fraud detections for insurances and second opinion for dentists. We never charge users for service. Actually, we have a subscription-based plan for insurances. Imagine the win-win situation. A retired insurance officer told me when people request for the insurance funds, if we remove the extra paperwork and assessment costs, we can actually pay all of them with no question. And StrAIberry does this one with fraud detections, reports, and other features. We plan to get involved into the insurance market within the next 3 years, which is roughly equal to $20 to $2 billion. There are other competitors in the world that provide some similar services with different approaches. We can mention Purely, Overjet, and Dentunit as our current competitors. And founders have 2 other entrepreneurship experience together. We established Data Collab in 2019 in London and generated $300,000 as revenue in the last 12 months. And at last,
Sorry, 3 minutes are over.
No, that's okay. Yeah, it was actually about our StrAIberry team.
And for the Q&A, you will get some support from your co-founder, Ali Farid. Yeah. So, Shuri, please.
Actually, at the moment, where are you active? In Iran and in London?
Not really. That's another startup that we actually started 2 years ago. Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about our experience.
Okay.
Maybe to add to that, so what are your plans for expanding to Germany and targeting the German market?
So, like that?
So, of course, we actually see Germany as, let's say, geographically and financially a hub for Europe. So we really wanted to start collaboration with the insurance companies that they work in Europe.
Oliver.
So do you have any experience go into kind of a regulated market regarding these insurance topic and health industry thing?
Of course, we actually started like doing the regulation for the Canada, and we're already working in Iran as well. So that we find out that, for example, the Canada rules and EU, European is almost the same. That's why we started there, and to also expand to US.
How work your connection to dentist? So really, I not really understand. So
I didn't get it. Sorry.
Do you see yourself as a competitor of a dentist, or you want to compare or cooperate with dentists? So is it kind of a target to find some dentist organizations to get your product boosted?
Not at all. We're actually helping the dentists. For example, consider that our app actually supports voice comments for dentists to just give the report. So the dentist doesn't need to write anything, so he or she just give it a voice comment, and the app, the dashboard for the dentist is writing everything.
Yeah,
so it's actually for help.
Beside our apps, we have dashboards for NGOs, insurance, and dentists that you can have, when you do the checkup there. And if you are you can enter your dentist or clinics or others, and they can see your reports, and they can do everything, and they can monitor it. Based on your pictures.
Okay. Someone else? No? Okay. Then thanks to Ali and Nilofar. Yeah, and now we already come to our last pitch for today. Our closing pitch comes from Eugene Palchowski, CEO of the startup Tap2Pay from Belarus.
Hello everyone, my name is Eugene, I'm CEO and founder of Tap2Pay, service that activate payments in very popular channels like social network, messengers, websites for any business. We work in a social commerce market. This market growing 35% year over year and gonna reach 600 billion in 27. But merchants face couple challenges during selling in these channels. It's very long checkout process, it's very limited payment options available for businesses, and very hard to manage all these sales in the channels. So we offer unified social selling platform Tap2Pay that could provide seamless payment experience inside website, social networks, and messengers. Let's see how the magic works. Please meet Mia. She would like to find out nice present from the social network. Find out usual post, click on it, and immediately get invoice in a messenger, ready to pay. So she can look through the details, accept it, and pay just in one click. But let's add a new payment method. It could be card, it could be electronic money, it could be bank accounts. Any you can imagine we can deliver as a payment method here. We track all security things, and in seconds, we notify customer and merchant about successful payments. So really quick. This is self-service, when merchant can create products, subscriptions, track orders, customers, without any technical skills. We connect merchants and buyers in the messengers and give personalized experience during checkout process. We have QR code payments, so it's really important in the COVID times to do contactless payments. Benefits, it's one-time click payment. It's a seamless payment method. We don't ask to install any application. It works on any device. It's highly secure, PCI DSS certified. Our last 6 months traction, we got 900 new merchants in our platform. PayPal just this summer come to us and ask integrate their solution in our service. We recognized by Visa. We sold license to the banks and discussion to more. So we transact more than 50 millions in a volume in different wide range of business types. We already activate the service in different countries, and we're ready to present it and deliver in German market. With your help, thank you.
At the point. Steffi.
Thank you very much. Are you in touch with the social media platforms as well, or just with the company that then decides where to put the ad on?
Yeah, with some platforms we in contact because they're really interested to deliver more business solutions, but we really don't depend on them. We can activate payment methods, whatever we want or whatever merchant asks.
What differentiates you from your competitors, such as Apple Pay, for instance?
Great question. We already have Apple Pay and other Google Pays and Samsung Pays in our platform. So we kind of aggregate all payment methods in one checkout process. And a customer can select what's the better payment method to use. And from the merchant side don't need to think about like how to integrate this payment method in my business. We give one integration for them and they can sell immediately.
What is your biggest differentiator to solutions like Stripe, and what are the payment costs if I work with you?
Thank you for the question. So we already integrate Stripe as well as a PayPal. We kind of aggregate all of these payment methods. Stripe offers usually cards payments, and the Stripe, this is solution for technical companies that have resources to integrate, do API coding and other stuff. Our type of business is a small, medium-sized businesses that absolutely don't have clue about technical things and how to code. So even Instagram blogger can create account and accept PayPal, Apple Pay, cards and whatever.
Got it. What is the amount per payment?
It of course depends on the market, but in European market, the smallest commissions fee, and you can imagine it's like less than 0.5%. So it depends, of course, of the payment method.
Markus.
What is your vision? Where do you want to go with this, and what would be further functionalities?
Great question. So we don't want to be only merchant from the merchant perspective solution. We would like to deliver as well solution to the P2P transaction, to the end user, consumers, because in messengers, we interact with our relatives, with friends, we can do transactions there. So for this, we just need local bank partner, and we have already solution for implementing this. So if we find out bank partner in Germany, we can implement it in 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I think time's over. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wow. I think this was really a concentrated load of innovation we were able to see here. And again, big applause to all the 15 startups for their presentations. So personally, I have no idea who will win today, and I don't want to be in the jury's shoes. But I'm pretty sure that they will make a good decision. And while the jury is consulting now, we will go on with a talk about how to be successful in NRW, a topic I'm sure that will be of great interest of many of you. So I can take a short break now and hand over to the moderator of the talk, my colleague Wolf Christian Erich Wolf is spokesman international relations for the Chambers of Industry and Commerce and NRW, and deputy chief executive at the Chamber of Industry and Commerce in Dortmund. Please come to the stage.
Thank you, Dominik. Yes, I'm deeply impressed about the last 1.5 hours, but I'm deeply impressed about my colleague Dominik and my team and the team of the chambers in North Rhine-Westphalia, and I'm deeply impressed about our partners. So please spend a big applause. I heard, yes, for Dominik and all of you. Thank you very much. I'm also deeply impressed about that, what you have done in the last month. And our president said it already. I think in the next year we will do the same, maybe with more people here in this in North Rhine-Westphalia by yourself. But partners is the right word and the right bridge. We want to take the pause of the jury and the discussion of the jury to take a look on our business region here in North Rhine-Westphalia and Germany especially. So, and the partners I want to welcome here on stage. And the first was Dr. Johannes Felling. He's from our Ministry of, so I have to read it also like my colleague, of Economic Affairs, Innovation, Digitalization and Energy. And he's the Deputy Head of the Department Startups and Digital Impulse and Financing. So long. Please, Mr. Felling, come to the stage. The second one, it's a little bit easier. Oh, okay, you're very fast. Whatever you want. The second one is a little bit shorter. Please, Felix. Felix Neugart, he's the CEO of our new business company, NRW Global Business. Please come to the stage. He's also so sportly here. Great. And now we want to take a look at the German side. Please. Where is Kim? Ah, over there. Kim Zietlow, he's the Director Trend and Innovation Scouting of Germany Trade and Invest. We heard already something about that, the business agency of the Federal Ministry of Economics in Berlin. Very warm welcome here. Okay. As I said, I by myself was deeply impressed about that. A very fast presentation from Iran. Very good, but also the others from around the world. I'm deeply impressed about that. What impressed you the most in the last 1.5 hours?
Actually, I don't want to make the job of the jury to name now a certain company. I was very impressed by first the quality of the startups. I think you did really a good job to select these 15 companies we have seen here. I was impressed by the variety of the topics which were addressed, by the variety also of the countries which present itself here, coming from South America, coming from Asia, coming from North America, and so on. And they really had a far travel to come to North Rhine-Westphalia here. And so I'm very happy that we had such great companies here. And as see also, I mean, traveling from South America, it means a long journey, and it also indicates the interest in Germany and in North Rhine-Westphalia, and that's what impresses me the most. And I think we have done the last 4 days really a hard job to also to make this journey worthwhile to come to here. And I think I will see, maybe we find some reactions by the companies if it really was worthwhile to come here, but I'm sure.
And I remember in January or February, I don't know exactly, starting this year, we discussed, will there come any people here to Germany? Is it possible to come from Asia to Germany? Is it possible from the US come to here? And yes, a little bit it works. So, Felix, what impressed you the most?
Yes, I think the jury will have a very, very hard choice. We have seen, I think, 15 very compelling presentations by you. And not only you represented your products and services, I think we could also feel that you that you live your products, that you believe in them. And I think this was very great, and I really want to thank you for coming here. I mean, from all over the world, as Johannes Felling mentioned, and you did not allow the pandemic or the German weather to stop you from coming here to North Rhine-Westphalia and explore the German market from here. I think we've seen many interesting services and products from very challenging fields. The energy transition, the industrial solutions I found very interesting, the medtech business, very hard to choose. For me personally, actually, I'm an ardent biker. I ride a bike every day, almost every day to work. And I very much like this idea of having a mobile bike service, snap, and people will come and fix my bike. This is what personally at least impressed me.
Thank you very much. I live in Münster. It's the bicycle town in Germany, also like Freiburg, his hometown. And I think there will be a market. Yeah, I think so. Kim, you have a very good overview over many events about startups. What impressed you today?
Well, actually, I can only add to what the other two persons said. First of all, it's really the quality of the startups. Because what we are doing here in Germany is we work with more than 2,500 startups in our 12 digital hubs. We work with them in Germany, but also internationalize them. So we have as you said, a pretty good overview of the startups here in Germany across different verticals. And here, having you, selected carefully through the regional competitions, coming to the final, really shows the quality from across the world, and that's really impressive. And thanks a lot for coming here as well. And it's an honor to have you. And I really look forward not only to the decision of the jury, but also see your journey in the future and be able to support you not only in Germany but across the board.
Okay, thank you. Since the start of the Startup Germany 5 years ago, we have two main goals we want. The first one for our chambers, it's important to bring new innovation startups together with our German companies here in our region. We want to take them a look around the world, what you can do, innovate. And the second goal is we want, especially from the side from our government and the agency, what are the main advantages of North Rhine-Westphalia as a business location, and what they can help us to bring this to go to this market. So we have a short trailer of North Rhine-Westphalia's new location campaign, but take a look on this film.
Welcome to North Rhine-Westphalia, the heart of Europe, the economic powerhouse that drives Europe forward and forward, and Germany's #1 investment location, powered by people whose hearts beat for curiosity, innovative spirit, and most of all, the future of the region. That's why North Rhine-Westphalia is Europe's heartbeat. And that's why Europe's heartbeat is the brand new marketing strategy for our region. A region offering the ideal framework for investors around the globe, for any company wanting to expand their businesses to Europe. The new claim comes alive in any media activities by a heart-beating logo design, out of home, print ads, and social media. The highlight of the campaign that is currently being produced, a film where Europe's heartbeat can't only be seen, but also heard. You can be looking forward to this campaign for NRW. Hear it, feel it, join the beat. Europe's heartbeat.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our foreign startups heard the heartbeat of Dortmund in the morning because we stayed already in our stadium and we saw a short film about the heartbeat of the BVB. But that was a very, very nice clip about the heartbeat in North Rhine-Westphalia. But Felix, could you tell us something about more? What is the story behind?
Yes, I think we are Europe's heartbeat and we have a very attractive rhythm for startups. And let me probably give you 3 reasons for setting up shop, for coming here to North Rhine-Westphalia and developing your business from our state. First of all, we provide access to customers. We are Germany's largest state, 17 million inhabitants, and we are, as the film pointed out, we are in the heart of Europe, in a radius of 500 kilometers around our capital, Dusseldorf. We have 160 million customers, potential customers for you, so access to customers is a very important argument. Second, I think this is also very important, we provide access to business. We are an old industrial state. We have not only big companies, we have 700,000 small and medium-sized companies. And these companies are always looking for innovative, for digital solutions to improve their business. So I think here you will get a very good opportunity to engage with businesses, to scale up your own business in finding customers from the B2B side. And third argument, I think we also can provide you access to research and development. We in North Rhine-Westphalia, we have the densest research and development network in all over Europe. 68 universities, more than 50 R&D institutions, extra university. So if you want to engage with academia, with innovative centers, then if you want to refine and to develop your products, I think then you get an opportunity here with our network, with our ecosystem. So I think these three arguments, access to customers, access to business, and access to research and development are, at least in my view, very convincing arguments to come to North Rhine-Westphalia and to establish your business here.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think you're already 2 or 3 years staying here in our region in North Rhine-Westphalia, but you are a very good representative and you learned so much about our region. Thank you very much. But dear Mr. Felling, I think we have also a very good startup ecosystem here. And could you tell us something about that, what North Rhine-Westphalia, the startup ecosystem built up?
Yes, of course. In North Rhine-Westphalia, it's about 3,000 startups. And we have most of the startups in Germany. So there has been a recent review by the Startup Monitor. So we are exactly the state with the most startups. And what is most promising is that our startup system is very vivid. It's very, very lively. As the number of startups has grown over time, we are the state with the sharpest growth from last year to this year, and so it's very active. And we have and also I think what's quite important is that we have a policy since a couple of years that we really want to strengthen the startup system. So I think this event is one of the examples that we really want to attract startups to North Rhine-Westphalia and to show where we really have our strengths, as Felix Nogart has pointed out. But we have also strengthens, for example, the university sector, because we have so many strong universities. We have 2 excellent universities in North Rhine-Westphalia and another 10 very strong universities where you can work together with. And we have the digital hub, for example. I think 2 digital hubs are also working together here with a logistic hub in Dortmund and the Insurtech hub in Cologne, and also some other hubs. So you find someone who you can talk to in each city in North Rhine-Westphalia. I think that is quite important. If you have identified the region and the city maybe where the partner you want to work together with is sitting in, so you find a partner. And we can also arrange that. I think that's also quite important. And what is also, of course, attractive, we have a promotional bank, the NRW Bank, who gives money to startups, and I think also to startups which want to come to here to expand their business. So I think you're very welcome, and you can be a part of this very vivid startup ecosystem. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Very good services, I think. Are there any more services for our foreign companies wants to come here and take a business here?
Well, just to add to what Johannes Felling just said, I mean, if you're still abroad and you consider to come to North Rhine-Westphalia. My own agency, NRW Global Business, has 60 dedicated employees who really advise and support companies, startups from abroad to come to North Rhine-Westphalia. So our service portfolio is open to you, and please, I'll give you my telephone number afterwards, contact me, and we have also 3 colleagues sitting here in the back, so we will be very much pleased to help you and to support you at every step of the process. Then if you are here in North Rhine-Westphalia, there's a lot of platforms of funding opportunities, as Johannes Felling pointed out, for companies that have established a company here. And probably a third point, we are working right now to develop a welcome package, a special package geared to the special needs of startups who consider or want to come to North Rhine-Westphalia, to give them some support in terms of business opportunity, of renting opportunities, of advice, of legal support. And this is something we will have up and ready probably next year. And this is also, I think, a third offer we can give to you.
Thank you very much. I think you will, a very good network will welcome you here in our region. But take a look Germany-wide now. We heard something from Mr. Felling, our hub system here in North Rhine-Westphalia. But there's a Germany-wide digital hub initiative from our ministry, from our Federal Ministry of Economics. Kim, could you tell us some? First, we have also a trailer from your side, and then I will tell you, ask you the question, please.
The Digital Hub Initiative is an initiative launched by the Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy. Why does Germany need a new initiative for the future? To build a nationwide network for digital innovation. Since the beginning of 2017, we've been connecting startups with SMEs, corporates, investors and talents to promote new technologies. Under the umbrella brand D-Hub, we unite 12 digital hubs. Each hub functions as an innovation center for future business sectors of the German economy. The hubs support aspiring founders through various formats like accelerators, incubators and networking events. They work with innovative corporates to develop their business models for digital products, which they test until they're ready for the market. Since its launch, the network has been joined by more than 2,500 startups, over 2,000 small and medium-sized businesses, more than 100 research institutes and over 350 international companies. The Digital Hub Initiative stands for one shared mission: establishing Germany as a pioneer of digitalization. That's why we combine tradition with new ideas and funding with curiosity. Become part of our growing network. Become part of the Digital Hub Initiative.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now the question, Kim, could you tell us something about more of this initiative, and how can you help our startups here in Germany?
Sure, thanks. So the video actually explained, let's say the basics of this Digital Hub initiative, so that the 12 hubs, and they form a huge network, an ecosystem inside these hubs. So each hub has their own ecosystem of SME, corporate, startups, and research institutes, and VCs, of course. But the whole network, the whole initiative brings all the 12 hubs and the ecosystems together. So this is actually quite a value and very unique also across Europe, when we take comparisons here to our neighbors. So the hub initiative is also special because it actually promotes the collaboration between these actors. When we look at you are highly specialized startups. You're super successful already in your markets, but also across other markets. But there are also the corporates and the SMEs, from the old industries. They have certain needs, innovation needs, digitalization needs. Then there are research institutes. They want to drive their innovation programs. But the key is they can only do this at best when they collaborate. So the slogan for the Hub Initiative is, we connect to innovate, because this is actually what it's all about, bringing the people together, creating the platforms for them physically, on the one hand side, in these 12 digital hubs across Germany, but also, and that's the beauty of it, you don't sometimes need to be physically present in the cities of the hubs in order to be part of the network and be active, take part in the programs, corporate innovation programs, research programs, and so on, in order to benefit from the hub ecosystem. So specifically speaking about international startups, the initiative is open to foreign startups. It's not only for German startups because, of course, digitalization and innovation is global. And the main part is, on the one hand side, startups are a key ingredient in these hubs. On the other hand side, the companies are there because they need startups in order to drive their innovation programs. And that's why it's so beneficial for startups to be part of the network in order to get access to these contacts.
So, yeah, deeply impressed. It's a very good part and important part for our networking to bring startups from all over the world to Germany and bring them together to old economy here. So it's very important. We have already seen in the trailer a map from Germany. Could you tell us something about the hub initiative in North Rhine-Westphalia, in our region here?
Absolutely. So it's as it was explained, an initiative from the Federal Ministry of Economy and Energy. So it's a German initiative, but nevertheless, as Mr. Felling already said, 2 of our hubs are actually located in North Rhine-Westphalia. The logistics hub in Dortmund and the Insure Lab in Cologne. So I guess on Monday, if you tuned in, you heard our presentation from my dear colleague Anna Kessler from our Insure Lab hub in Cologne, where she explained how they bring together startups, Insurtech startups, with the biggest German insurance companies in their hub in Cologne. And that's actually quite an advantage that you can get, because we talked a lot here on stage about getting access to your customers, and for insurance companies, it's difficult, you know it best, to get access to these companies because they are quite, let's say, old-fashioned, but in Germany, that's even more the case. So getting warm introductions, having the possibility to run pilot projects with these companies through the hub ecosystem, this is quite special, and this is something that is also promoted, especially here in Cologne with our Insure Lab.
Thank you very much. We are all of us very excited because of the results from the jury, but just one last question for all. Why North Rhine-Westphalia and not Silicon Valley or Israel? Just a few words. It's better there.
I think, have a look at the customers. I think Felix has told it, that here we have 19 of the 50 largest companies in Germany. We have one of the most, maybe I think also international, one of the leading companies in logistics, for example, with the Deutsche Post, DHL. We have a focus in insurance. We have the most insurance companies here in North Rhine-Westphalia, for example. So also chemistry, for example. So we are very strong in certain industries, and I think most of you are very keen on these industries, and want to work together. And I think there's no region in Germany where you really can find the partners you need here to get your foot on Germany.
I think we have a very young and fastly developing startup ecosystem here. So in comparison to, let's say, the Silicon Valley or Israel, I think here's much more dynamics to see in the next couple of years. And if you want to be part of this, adventure, I would like to invite you to come here, to stay here, and to grow your business with all the opportunities that we have pointed here on stage, that we've pointed out here on stage to you, to realize your business here.
I said in our region, we do it in a Westphalian style. Okay, Kim.
Okay, I got 5 points for you. North Rhine-Westphalia has 18 million inhabitants. Silicon Valley has 3. Within 3 hours of flight, you can get to every point in Europe. That's a market of 750 million people. In the US, 3 hours flight, you don't even make it to Cancun or to Hawaii. So you don't want to work all the time. You might also want to live. Quality of life index, Germany is number 8, USA is number 17. You might want to hire some people. So the average salary, entry-level salary for a software engineer in Germany is 60,000 US dollars. In Silicon Valley is 110. Think about it. And last but not least, in the US, you might, or in the Silicon Valley, you might, have the risk of experiencing an earthquake. This will certainly not happen here.
Okay, but Mr. Felling wants to tell us, because I said something about the Westphalian style, I think he will now something about the...
And I just want to say something about the Silicon Valley. I've been there several times, and it's a great region, and it's so many venture capitalists on the Central Road and so on. But actually, what is quite important is we have affordable accommodation here in Germany, living. It is very important. It's go to Silicon Valley and try to find an apartment. It's a hard job. And second thing is exactly earthquake, but also heat, weather conditions, burning trees, of course. That's another very important point. So looking forward 5 to 10 years, I think I will live in Germany and not in Silicon Valley. I'm sure for that.
Okay, thank you very much. A big applause to my plenum here. Thank you very much. Mr. Felling, please, Kim. Okay, so now I will give back the word to my colleague Dominik. And yeah, we are excited.
Yeah, we are all very excited. The jury has made their selection, and I was there in the back, and that was not an easy one. Yeah, and on behalf of the entire jury, I would like to ask once again, come Oliver Weimann back to the stage, and he will announce the decision. Yeah. Yes.
So first, to tell thanks to my colleagues in the judge. You have been a great helper for me, and I hope I was a challenger for you to really find the best candidate. And all of your startups, you did a great job. You gave us a hard challenge, and obviously it's always kind of totally difficult to kind of compare apple to beers or to plums or whatever. So you're in different stages, in different regions, in different topics, and in different business models, and we tried our very best to find one winner.
3 winners.
Yeah, but at the end, it's the number one. Saying one thing to all of you, all 15 of you, please get in contact with us, with the Chamber of Commerce, with NRW Global Business, with the ministry itself. Please get in contact with us, because we can help you to get the context in NRW or in Germany in total. So don't forget that, even if you're not one of the top 3 listed companies. I mean, that's kind of a situation for that moment, but get in contact with us, we can help you out. So, said a lot, that's where I'm known for. So, number 3, from our perspective, is changing industry a bit. And from that perspective, we decided to take that company out. And even if almost in MVP or in test mode at the moment, we will expect, I'm hoping somebody joins me on stage.
Yeah, they will.
Okay. We selected one company from Europe, which could help us in NRW a lot, because of logistics is kind of a big industry. And from that perspective, we would love to get you guys on stage, please, to announce the winner.
We need drums.
Okay, so it's time now. So the 3rd place. You already mentioned what the company is about, why it deserves to be named here, and was very impressive what they do. very impressive what they want to do and how they want to disrupt a certain industry. And the winner is Ant Machines. Congratulations. Please come on stage.
Yeah, come to the stage. Yeah, for sure.
Get your credits here.
Come to the middle. Come to the middle. Geht auf die andere Seite.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Wir gehen runter.
So I didn't know I need to talk that much. So the second company is about bringing a service from a central place to the customer at home. And throughout that technology, the second company changes an industry and saves a lot of human resources where they are raw. So please announce the winner of the second place.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tension is high. Second place in our global startup competition. And the winner is, I think, a company which I liked very much in the presentation, who does something that really can disrupt the industry. It has something to do with rehabilitation with the knee. And now you might guess what it is. It's re.flex. A big hand, please. Re.flex.
Yay!
Congratulations, you really deserve it. Please.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So obviously the winner is not Ant Industries and not re.flex. So there's still one sector open, which we have overlooked kind of a while. And one really impressive startup for us is building on a core technology and developing one or the other product based on this technology. And we just got presented one business case which is relevant for Germany and relevant for other industries. What impressed us a lot is that they already break even after the seed round, and that they're now looking for further growth and for globalization. So I already said a lot. The winner is set.
So the winner of this competition is Pinkwart from Brasilia. So I'm also very impressed how it's possible to combine drone and camera technology with AI to detect really every spot of maybe disarrangement or whatever. So I'm very impressed, and I'm so happy that you really took the long journey from Brazil to Germany. But you have seen it's worthwhile to come here, and I'm very cross my fingers that you make many contacts here and that you feel comfortable. You're very welcome. Maybe you will have a new location here in Germany and find some good customers. So, okay, good success.
Thank you.
Pass on. Yes.
So I hold this?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Oliver. Thanks to the jury. Thanks to our partners. You did a great job, I think.
Thanks, Dominik, for guiding us through the evening. And yeah, again, just get us in contact and let us know, let us explore Europe, Germany, and NRW.
Thanks. Okay, and with this great emotions, our grand final ends today. Again, yeah, big applause for the 3 winners, Pixforce, re.flex, and Machine. And once again, congratulations to all the other startups. Maybe you didn't win the prize money today, but you will gain great contacts here in NRW. So great that all of you are here with us. And big thanks for all the organizers, partners, the technical staff. Without you, this event would not have been possible. The networking now not only continues here on site, but also on our networking platform for our online viewers. So I wish all of you great new contacts and a nice evening. Thank you for being with us today. I wish you all the best, and yeah, goodbye.